Yo, crypto nation and mining family. Crypto nation and mining family. What's going on? Of course, like always, it's not financial advice. Yo, crypto nation and mining family. What's going on out there? So, before we get started, if you like these hats, you can show me a little bit of love if you'd like, and bebop down to hotrodmining.com where you can check out these cool hats amongst other things. I got some cool shirts and stuff like that on there. Go check it out. Links in down below, guys. But moving on, guys, if you are Intel fans, the Cascade Lake has the final specs and the pricing have been leaked out, guys. So it was announced that their 10th gen Core X series is going to be coming out, and it was codename Cascade Lake X. Will utilize Skylake architecture, manufacturing using the 14 nanometer process technology. The most important news is that the Intel Core X series will be much cheaper than previous generations, with the cost of a single core will drop to AMD's level. Therefore, it will be comparable to the Threadripper 2000 series. Now, this does not mean that it is going to be cheap. It's still gonna cost you a little cheddar. But they did at least make their pricing a little bit more competitive. Instead of being the dictator king, they know that the Threadripper is now a formidable adversary to them. So their 10th generation will be supporting quad channel RAM, DDR4, 2933 memory on there, same as the Threadripper 2000 series. The capacity, however, will be increased over that, which it will have 256 gigabyte limit on there, so you will be able to put the bigger modules on there if you so are inclined to, depending on what you're doing, like virtual reality, video rendering, or something like that. It depends on it. The average person will never need that much RAM, ever. Even myself, I don't sit there and video game that hardcore on there where I'm doing virtual reality. I'm not even sure if virtual reality would peg it out that hard either, because it's going to be mostly in the graphics cards, guys. So, I mean, you're talking, wow. I wonder what it would take to even max that amount of RAM out on your motherboard. That just blows my mind. But anywho, they have they have the specs on the card all out there. So they're looking at a possible of 72 max PCIe lanes, which would be more than the AMD series. But it depends on how well they're using all those lanes on there. Will kind of depend. Again, this is going to be for more workstation stuff. But they do. I mean, if you're interested in all this stuff, I will have all the links in down below on there. But you can see what their pricings are going to be coming out to. I mean, the Threadripper series does have a height ceiling of like $1,800 for one of the chipsets, but you're talking a lot of cores, so it's more of a workstation. And if you're looking at for mining on this algorithm, a mining algorithm for it, you're going to be looking at it for Monero Random X whenever they finally go over to CPU mining, which will be an interesting move on their part. Man, everybody needs to sit there and just develop everything with dark screen. Oh, it's like at the end of the day when your eyes are all tired and everything. Oh, they have to have that white screen background. It's like, ooh, it's like holy cow. But anywho, so if you guys are looking at mining Monero, it doesn't look like it's going to be an AMD, an Intel playground or Celeron playground. It's going to be an AMD playground. It looks like the 3900 series for the Ryzen is going to be one of your best bets on there. I'm not telling you to go run out and go buy one of those, but if you were in the market and you were planning on doing it, that would be the one that myself, I would be looking at first for mining. But talking about mining, guys, if you haven't sat there and paid attention in my videos the last few days, been talking about that Raven coin and them doing their fork. And they did it. They have effectively stopped any kind of ASICs from coming onto the network. The fork was very successful. Awesome. And it looks like even the FPGAs for the time being are also kicked off. So it is purely a GPU playground. It's not something that I would sit there and put a bunch of AMD cards on there. They can mine it. It is going to be CPU, it's going to be core intensive, not memory. So it is not going to have its best foot forward on there, guys. It is an NVIDIA playground. They do dominate on there very nicely. Bam. So you can see right here, even I've got a few things at it. Boom. This is on that Raven. I'm on 2miners.com, and I have a few GPUs pointed at it. And yo, this is solo mining. So 24 hours, zero pay. I've been pumping out electricity and I've got no payment so far. Will I hit a block soon? We'll have to find that out for testing purposes, right? We're gonna see if the hash rate's low enough that I can nail at least one block. If I can nail one block, I'll actually be happy. Let's see if I can do it in 1 week. So that will be the test on there, and you can see that for mining it for one hitting one block is 5,000 Raven. So boom, I've got a personal luck of 13%, guys. So booyah. We'll definitely have to revisit this at another point in time. But if you're wondering how to mine that Raven coin, you can sit there and for one, you can either, download CUDA Miner, you can download NiceHash, and you can have it mine Raven coin and just pay you out in that Bizity Bitcoin. Or you can sit there and bebop onto GitHub, download T-Rex. This is the new one. I'll have the links in down below, guys. Booyah! I gotcha. And this is actually for Windows. So you will be able to download this right onto Windows. And whenever you're downloading it onto here, I will also make sure to have a link in down below on this too. You'll also want to have a program called Notepad++. So what Notepad++ does for you guys, it lets you, let me slide this over. It lets you have one of these guys. Let's see if it'll let me. So as you can see here, once you download the miner, you can sit there and go into, let me see if I can pull it up like this. Should let me do it. It does. Perfect. Whoop. I said follow. There we go. So, boink. There we go. This way your focal point's on here. So, you can see that these are the different mining pools that you can configure on, or you can just do your own config on there and run that T-Rex. And what I've got it on is 2 miner right now, but I don't have it configured for it right now. I changed over some of the stuff this way. You guys have a different kind of an example on there, so if you go into any one of them, you can pretty much just configure it to whatever pool you want, and then double click and run it, and it should just go to the pool. So whenever you have Notepad++ downloaded, you're going to right click on whichever one of them that you're looking at to use, and it's going to pull this up. And from here you can put in your pool and your port number. So the pool, you're putting the website that you're using, and then the port number that it's connecting into. So if you want to think about it like this, it's like, for all you new people out there, it's like knowing what block it's like knowing the address and what house, what door number in the apartment building. Okay, so you got the apartment and the apartment number, and then once you have that inputted in here, the next thing you're going to need is a wallet address. You can either, I don't recommend it to go to an exchange, but if you're just exchanging it to that BusyBit and putting that BusyBit into your own personal wallet, more power to you. I don't recommend it. I would recommend just bebopping over and grabbing one of their actual core QT wallets. Yo. And you can sit there and generate a new address for your mining rig, label it this way. Anytime you get paid out, you can keep better track of this. And then you can see here I've got a dot and it says rig name. So you can either name it to be whatever your PC name is if you're mining with your own PC, or if you've got a dedicated rig, you know, rig 1, 2, 3, yada 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 yada. And then you just hit save and you are done from there, guys. So that's pretty much how you would set the config, the bat file for it. It's going to be the same thing, and the way that you set that up is going to be almost, no, scratch that. It is identical to how Simple Miner sets it up. So if you can get the hang of setting it up in that, you're going to be able to set it up in Simple Miner, no problem. And it's even easier in Hive OS. It's like click, 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 run in Hive OS. It's like idiot proof in Hive OS, I swear. They are a lot easier to use. But if you're using it on your desktop, I would just say check out the T-Rex. And again, you can go into any of the pools and they should have it right there in the front. And you have which, you know, if you're in the US, it's got East Coast or West Coast, depending on which one you're closest to. The port number, and the port number is going to be the same no matter where you're, which spot you're connecting into. It's going to be the same port number. Make sure that if you're using Simple Miner or Hive, that you're using the latest T-Rex miner, and you know, it will just connect in. You'll have absolutely no issues with it. So I hope you guys found that very informative and all that good stuff. And again, I'll keep saying it until Friday, guys. If you want to win the vault, guys, yo, nice little interesting hardware wallet. I'm gonna do a giveaway on it. I've hit over my 300 people. That's amazing. I didn't think I'd ever get to this point, so thank you all you guys. And you can thank my awesome wife. She actually won this and then donated it to me to do a giveaway to all you guys for it. That is so cool too, guys. So stay tuned for this if you'd like to win one of these. That'll be coming up this Friday. I'll be doing the video for it for everybody to sit there and drop comments in on. And probably this Sunday I'm going to be doing the drawing on it. So yo, stay tuned, guys. Yo. And like always, smash that lizardy like button, subscribe if you haven't, share this video with other people if you can, and hit the bell notification. And with that, guys, I'll definitely see you on the next one. Peace.